When you hear vitamin A, do you think A for amazing or do you think A for aggravating? Hi, I'm dermatherapist James Vivian, and today I want to talk to you about why your vitamin A might not be working. When it comes to our main skin types and concerns, it really is a bit of a wonder vitamin. It will help most of us on our skincare journey. It can help with oil regulation, it can help reduce redness, it can help plump up our skin, it can help refine our skin, it can help lighten pigmentation. And a lot of us think, well, if it's so good for the skin, then I need to use lots and lots of it, which means that it's going to actually have the adverse effect. I want to start off by saying that I understand that it's really confusing out there, not just with vitamin A, but the industry at large. There's so many different brands saying that my product's the best and that you've got to try this one for this skin type and don't use it with this product and make sure that you only apply it at 4 p.m. every evening when the full moon is out. So I understand that sometimes the information that we're giving you can be confusing, but today I think that this is quite generic information that can help you. When it comes to choosing a vitamin A for your skin, don't think that I'm going to get the strongest one out there. Not all of us have an ability to actually absorb the amount of vitamin A that we're applying to our skin. And a hot little tip that I learned from my friend Dr. Alice Rudd once is that the way that our skin can actually tolerate more vitamin A is by using it. So it makes sense to start off with a low dose and to use that successfully. Worst case scenario there, it doesn't do much to your skin, but at least you've started to introduce vitamin A to your skin, and then you can go for something stronger. We often don't know how strong our skin is until we start. Another reason why it's good to just start with a lower concentration of vitamin A. Also really good to introduce it to your routine slowly. We always recommend to our clients to use it 3 times a week for 2 weeks. If there are no signs of irritation, hypersensitivity, flaking, burning, redness, discomfort, then go to every second night for 2 weeks. I think that skincare should be a pleasure to use. It should be a joy, not, oh my God, what is this I put on my skin? It's burning, it feels really uncomfortable. That's your skin saying, I don't like it. Use less, stop using it, or introduce it slower. You need to also make sure that before you start using a vitamin A that your skin doesn't fall into any of those categories, because you want a nice healthy skin before you start, because if you're already a little bit irritated and sensitized, using a vitamin A is just going to make you even more so. So the skin's got to be prepared, strong and ready before you actually start introducing it. I think another key reason why people don't have a great experience with vitamin A is because they're just not consistent, right? You know, I always say that products don't work in the bottle, they work on the skin. You're going to get the best results from a vitamin A when you use it regularly. And then you actually need to give the product enough time for it actually to change the function of your skin. Once you've been using it for a good, probably like 2 to 3 months, you should be noticing some good changes. That should give you an indication that this is the right concentration for you at this stage. Another little tip is if you want to introduce a stronger vitamin A, do it when you've still got some of your lower concentration of vitamin A. Then you might be able to introduce the new one whilst you're still using the old one. And I think that kind of doesn't freak the skin out too much. And remember, with vitamin A being such an active ingredient, that you might want to be cautious of the other active ingredients that are in your skincare routine already, particularly things like your hydroxy acids and maybe your vitamin C's, and if you're getting anything prescribed by a doctor, for example. But remember, exfoliation is enhancing the penetration of ingredients like vitamin A. So if you're doing them at the same time, you're going to get an even bigger kick from your vitamin A. So some people can introduce vitamin A into their skin really seamlessly with all their other ingredients. Watch and listen to your skin. If that's not happening successfully, then look at some of these other things. Maybe you stop exfoliating for a little while. For a lot of my clients, I've got them using their vitamin A on a Monday, they're exfoliating on a Tuesday. I'd also just like to mention that in my experience, I've probably got a couple of handfuls of clients who just cannot use vitamin A. It's not for everyone. And how you know this is if you have like a bit of kind of a histamine or an eczema reaction to a really, really low concentration. And also sometimes, because vitamin A is great for stimulating blood flow in the skin, but it should happen at quite a deep level where you don't see it. But for some people, you start to develop all these superficial blood vessels on the skin. That's a sign that, look, vitamin A is not right for you. Look out for niacinamide, your antioxidants, your peptides, your growth factors. Let them do the work that vitamin A isn't able to do for your skin. And of course, I think you know what I'm about to say. What do you always ensure that you're applying during the day if you are a vitamin A user?
SPF.
SPF. For more videos from me, click over here.
Great.